meeting. What it? Oh. Yeah. Hey Emma, I want to ask you what is a royal value? What is mean?
Sorry, say that again, Min.
Royalty value.
Oh, royalty volume. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll cover that in the training. Okay. And then if you've got any more questions, I'm going to open it up for a Q&A at the end.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, I'm going to get started now. So if everyone could mute themselves, that would be perfect, just so that there's no background noise. So thank you everyone for joining. I know that a lot of people on the call would have received an email from me in the last couple of days, which may have had in there how much you earned in royalty volume for the month of October. And now I know that many of you are managers that are new in the business for the last few months, or maybe you're managers that haven't been on AutoShip and haven't been fulfilling all of the criteria to earn royalty volume. So it might actually be the first time you've seen royalty volume or you've heard about it. And that's why I thought that tonight's training was going to be really, really perfect. We just had our first royalty event since 2017. And many of you would have seen that fantastic event where obviously we rewarded all of our top achievers and all of our royalty bonus earners with some serious money. Okay. We definitely gave out some fantastic bonuses at that event. And I know a lot of you were intrigued to find out more about how you can earn these bonuses. The really exciting thing is that Australia and New Zealand, as we've been growing over the last 12 months, we're now big enough and we've got enough members between our countries that hopefully we can have a royalty event every 4 months, which means that every achiever will be able to get their royalty bonuses paid out to them. So what I'm going to go through tonight is these 3 bonuses, who is eligible for them, what the criteria is, and how they're paid out. And as I said, if you've got questions, write them in the chat box or just hold them until the end and I'll do an open Q&A. So to begin with, I wanted to give a little visual to be able to show who can earn what bonus. So our royalty and retention bonus, that is the one that is open to all managers and above. So if you are at a manager level or any of our executive levels, you can earn a royalty and retention bonus. And I'll cover a little bit more detail in a minute about exactly what the royalty and retention bonus is. Now, if you are a silver executive or above, so that means silver, ruby, emerald, or diamond, not only can you earn the royalty and retention bonus, but you can also earn the country pool bonus and the travel pool incentive as well. So there's 2 additional bonuses that you can earn once you are at silver executive level or above. If you are just at manager level or if you are at bronze 1-star executive, you can still earn the royalty and retention bonus. So to get started, I just wanted to explain that we are now in a new royalty period. So a royalty period runs for 4 consecutive months in a row. Our current royalty period started in October 2021 and it finishes at the end of January 2022. And you have these 4 months to have the opportunity to earn these bonuses. So let's start off with the royalty and retention bonus first, because this is the easiest bonus to achieve and it's open to manager level and above. So first off, there is criteria to be able to achieve the royalty and retention bonus. The first criteria is that you must obviously achieve your manager status or above within that month. You must achieve a minimum of 750 PVGV in that month as well. So each month, achieving the 750 minimum. You must personally be on the AutoShip program. okay, with a minimum of 100 PV each month. So that's approximately 3 cans. And you must achieve a minimum of 10,000 royalty volume across the 4 months. Okay, so it's achieving the 10,000 in royalty volume within those 4 months. So you do have quite a bit of a time to reach that 10,000 royalty volume minimum. Now, what I also want to explain is that the autoship program really is essential. If you skip a month of autoship or you cancel your autoship, so you're not on it for one of the months in the 4, you will not be eligible to earn royalty volume for that month. You did not receive your auto ship. So you must have received your auto ship that month to be eligible then to earn the royalty volume. So that is a crucial component. What we are finding more and more now, which is really, really exciting, is that more people are learning about the benefits of autoship. More members are understanding there is a real benefit there, that you can earn some free products by being on the autoship program. And obviously there's no lock-in contracts, which is great, but it's essential to be on that autoship program as a manager or an executive to be eligible to earn a royalty bonus. And for every month throughout the royalty period that you complete this criteria set out here, then you will earn royalty volume. So what exactly do you get? That's what I want to show you all next. What is the reward of doing this hard work and achieving all of this criteria? So as I said, the minimum royalty volume you need to have achieved is 10,000 in royalty volume points. If you achieve that minimum of 10,000 points in royalty volume, you will receive or you'll be eligible to qualify for the 2% bonus. So what is the 2% bonus? 2% is 2% of your 10,000 in royalty volume, which is $200. Okay, so that's how the 2% is worked out. Whatever your royalty volume is, as long as you've met that minimum of 10,000, then you get that bonus of 2%. So you would get a $200 bonus. The next level is red sash. So the red level means you've done a minimum of 20,000 points in royalty volume. When you reach 20,000 points in royalty volume, you now go up to a 3% bonus. So the 3% bonus, for example, 3% of 20,000 royalty volume points equals a $600 bonus. Now, the really exciting thing is that there is no maximum to the amount of royalty volume that you can earn. So that actually means that the royalty bonus is an uncapped bonus, and anything that's uncapped means that you've got the opportunity to earn a really, really great bonus check from the company. So if you achieve the highest level, which is gold sash, and you do 30,000 in royalty volume or above, no cap, so anything above 30,000 in royalty volume, you will earn a 4% bonus. So 4% of your 20,000 royalty volume, $1,200. And like I said, there is no cap to this. So I know at our last royalty event, we had many, many achievers, high achievers, taking home royalty bonus checks that were over $5,000. Some were even over $10,000. So we did have some very high achievers because, like I said, it is not a capped bonus, which is very exciting. So how is royalty volume calculated? This is the biggie. So you need to understand that all of your new members who joined your network within the royalty period, so for example, within October to January, all of the new members that have joined your network up to 4 uncompressed generations, all of their PV orders plus your own personal PV orders, so what you are personally ordering, that will count as 75% to make up your royalty volume. Okay, so 75% will make up your royalty volume from that. Any new members who joined your network during the previous royalty period that are still placing orders in the current royalty period, so they will count towards 25% of your royalty volume. So what that means is if you have recruited new members within the previous royalty period and they're still ordering in the current royalty period. So the best example for this is if you sponsored someone new in your network last royalty period and they decided to join AutoShip, so they continued to get orders, then you would still be able to count them and those orders for 25% in the current royalty period. And what this is, it's basically, that's the retention. That's saying the company is going to reward you when you bring in new members that are still ordering with us every month, that join the AutoShip program, that are invested in our products. So they're still going to count 25%, which is really generous. Now, of course, you also would know that at our royalty event we just had, we did crown a royalty queen, which is Pauline Young. Congratulations, Pauline. I know you're on the call tonight. And to be able to qualify to be a potential to take out king or queen, you must have personally developed a first-time royalty and retention bonus achiever. So you must have personally developed someone new in your team who also is earning a royalty bonus. Plus, you need to have achieved the highest royalty volume out of all of the qualifiers to be crowned king or queen of royalty. So obviously, it's some tough criteria to be able to get that title of king or queen. But Pauline Young did it for our last royalty period. So we're very, very proud of Pauline and what she achieved. Now, how does the royalty bonus get paid? Well, the royalty and retention bonus, for this to be paid out to all of the achievers in the country, the countries must have a minimum of 10 achievers. So that means I always view these bonuses as like country rewards. When the country is big enough, the country is strong enough that they have at least 10 people who have achieved a royalty bonus, then everyone gets paid their bonus. But if the country has less than 10 achievers, then the bonuses do not get paid. Like I said, what is very exciting is that Australia and New Zealand are now looking big enough that we'll always meet at least our 10 achievers, which means we'll always have a royalty event every 4 months, and all of the royalty qualifiers will be paid their bonuses. And I can actually say that I know Australia already has 10 achievers of the royalty bonus, of the royalty and retention bonus already. After just 1 month, we've already met our 10 achievers. So we're absolutely doing a royalty event. That'll be coming up in February, so early next year, and I can't wait. But I think we're going to have so many more achievers of this royalty period than we did in our last one, because I know we've already got about 50 managers and executives who have accrued royalty volume just from October, just from 1 month. And that's really exciting. I would love to see all 50 managers and executives get paid one of these bonuses in February. That is my goal. So obviously part of this training tonight, if you've got managers in your network that you know would love to earn a bonus as well, make sure that you share this with them. I am going to share out the recording link because we want to make sure that all of our managers and executives understand the money that is on the table with this bonus and no one misses out. Now, the royalty and retention bonus is either paid as cash at a physical royalty event. So if it is a physical event, then they usually pay it out in cash. Or if it is a virtual royalty event, like our last one was due to COVID restrictions and travel restrictions, the bonus is deposited into the achiever's bank account the week following the event. Now, each achiever must physically be present at the royalty event to receive the bonus. So that is part of the criteria. If you have done all of the criteria and earned your royalty and retention bonus, you must come to the event to be able to take that cash home. It's like we want to see you on the podium for you to actually get your recognition, to get your certificate and show everyone on your team, your friends and your family what you have achieved. So it's crucial that you attend the event to actually be able to take home your bonus. So I've put together here an example, okay? So this is just an example. It's not real life. And it's an example of what it might look like for different achievers at the blue, red, and gold sash level and what type of bonuses they might be taking home. Now, what I've made very clear here in this example, as you can see, we've got June royalty volume, July royalty volume, August royalty volume, and September royalty volume. 4 months in a royalty period. Now, in some of those months, you can see that particular achievers either did not have auto ship, so they weren't on the auto ship program, or maybe they missed that month, or they did not achieve the 750 PVGV requirement. So even if you were a manager or above, if you did not meet either of those criteria, as you can see, they didn't earn any royalty volume for those months. Okay, so absolutely crucial, you make sure that each of the months within the royalty period, you have met your 750 PVGV requirement and you are on the auto ship program for a minimum 100 PV. Now, so the examples here show the type of royalty bonuses that are earned from doing these levels. Now, again, they're uncapped. And I know that in our previous royalty event, we had many take home more than this, but this is just an example. So the lowest type of bonus that we were looking at is at about $200, but uncapped from there. So it can go all the way up into the tens of thousands. And to show you as well, it is calculated that 2, 3, or 4% off exactly what you did in royalty volume, okay? So again, it's essential to make sure you are tracking your royalty volume every month. I was super, super generous in October, and I actually emailed everyone who earned royalty volume how much they had earned in October, because I also wanted to invite all of you achievers to come to this training. Now, you can actually access your royalty volume statements via your business center. So you can look at your royalty volume anytime yourself. You don't have to come to me, but I think as well, because we're in our second royalty period, I'll probably continue to be nice and keep emailing out the updated royalty volume that you are all achieving every month within this 4-month period, because I want everyone to really understand the process. And it's so exciting to see when you've reached that 10,000 royalty volume mark, or when you're really close to going to that next level of red sash, and you know you've just got to do a little bit more to get there. So it's something you do have to track every single month to make sure you meet the requirements, because you don't want to miss out on getting to that next level of bonus just for a couple of 100 points. You want to make sure you're tracking it and that you're doing everything you can to make sure you get the best bonus. So the next bonus we're going to be looking at today is the country pool bonus. Now, the country pool bonus is actually very generous, and this is actually because it is a harder criteria to be able to achieve a country pool bonus. So to be able to achieve a country pool bonus, you must reach silver executive or above status. Okay, so you must be at the silver executive status to be able to take a country pool bonus home. Now, again, the same, you still must achieve a 750 PVGV each month and be on auto ship program 100 PV minimum, exactly the same as the royalty and retention bonus. However, there is now some additional criteria to earn a country pool bonus, because like I said, it is a little bit of a harder one to earn this bonus. So within the 4 months of that royalty period, if you are going for a country pool bonus, you must have personally developed a new supervisor who is active 2 out of the 4 months of that royalty period. Okay, and what that means is within that 4-month royalty period, you must have personally sponsored at least one new supervisor who also places another 100 PV order another month within the 4 months. Okay, so again, it's saying you brought in the new supervisor and they were active 2 months out of 4. So they placed orders in 2 months. You must maintain a better network retention percentage than the country average. And you must present a public new image business training each month as well. So what do you earn if you actually achieve the country pool bonus? So this is where it is quite generous. If you achieve the country pool bonus, 3% of the country's PV, so what the country has done in sales volume each month, is shared amongst the qualifiers. And the way it is shared amongst the qualifiers is that the higher you ranked in your status, the more of that share you receive. Okay, so if you were a silver or a ruby executive, when you qualified for country pool bonus in that month, you get 1 share of the PV. If you were an emerald executive achiever, you get 2 shares. And if you were a diamond executive achiever, you get 3 shares. So the higher rank you were, the more you're going to take home in a country pool bonus. And of course, the additional criteria is the same. So the country must have a minimum of 10 achievers for the country pool bonus to be paid. So we must have the 10 achievers between Australia and New Zealand for everyone to take home the country pool bonus. Again, it's either paid out in cash if it is a physical event, or it's deposited into the achiever's bank account if it was a virtual event. And the achievers must be physically present at either the physical or the virtual royalty event to be able to take home that bonus. So I want to give an example of how someone may achieve the country pool bonus, because like I said, this one is a little bit trickier, but it actually is also more generous. So for example, month 1, I only achieved bronze executive. So I didn't reach the silver executive status, which means I don't qualify for the country pool bonus that month. However, I did personally sponsor 1 new supervisor. And of course, I conducted a business training that everyone in my network and people were invited to. In month 2, unfortunately, I dropped back a little bit further. I only achieved manager status, but I still conducted my regular monthly business training. Month 3, I went up. I achieved bronze executive status again, and the personally sponsored supervisor that I brought in month 1 placed a second order. So they ordered 100 PV worth of product in month 3, which means they've been active for 2 months. So tick, I've done that criteria, and I did my regular monthly business training. In month 4 of the royalty period, I actually elevated up to silver executive status. So yay me, I've done silver executive. Plus I did my 750 PVGV requirement. Of course, I'm on the Authorship program. I've always been on the Authorship program. And of course, I conducted my regular business training. So that would mean, even though I did not qualify for the country pool bonus in month 1, 2, or 3, I still qualified for a bonus in month 4 because I met all the criteria for month 4. And I had met the other criteria of my personally sponsored supervisor, active 2 out of the 4 months. And of course, I conducted my regular business training. So as you can see, even if you don't qualify for every month of country pool bonus, you only qualify for 1 month of the bonus, you still can get paid for just that 1 month of the bonus. So that's the really generous factor about country pool bonus. You don't have to have achieved every single month's criteria to be able to take some money home. Even if you only do 1 month out of the 4, you will still get paid for that 1 month. Now, I've mocked up here another example of what type of payments and an example of what it might look like, so you can get a better idea that, as you can see here down the bottom, even if you don't achieve the silver executive status for 3 months out of the 4, well, if you still achieve the criteria month 4, you can still take home a bonus. If you did 2 months out of the 4, you're taking home an even bigger bonus, and so on and so on. Now, the other thing to note is you cannot exactly calculate how much your country pool bonus would be, which is because it's based on the entire country's volume. It's based on what the entire country has done in sales. And that is changing every month. There are no 2 months where the country's sales are exactly the same. So you can't calculate what the bonus would be. Sometimes it will be higher, sometimes it will be lower. But the exciting thing that I can say for sure is that I know Australia and New Zealand sales are going up and up every single month. And what that means is that those who achieve the country pool bonus will be taking home higher and higher bonus checks for country pool because the country is doing more in PV. So it is an exciting time to become a silver executive to make sure you can take home some of these bonus amounts. And of course, the other lovely thing is that it's a bonus. You still get your regular monthly commission. This is just an extra on top of that you can earn every 4 months. And that's very generous. I know lots of companies do an annual bonus program where you can earn a bonus once a year, but ours is every 4 months and it's uncapped. So that's what's really exciting. So lastly, we just want to have a quick look at the travel pool incentive. Many of you may have travel pool points that you can see in your business center under your commissions and your statements. So I wanted to explain a bit more about what this bonus is. Now, again, just like the country pool bonus, travel pool only goes to silver executive or above. So you must be at least silver to be taking home travel points. You must meet the 750 PVGV per month requirement, be on that auto ship program, of course, but you do get rewarded with extra travel points when you personally develop new supervisors and managers. So the way that the travel pool works is that 1% of the total country PV, so the total country sales, is allocated to a monthly qualifiers and shared amongst them. Exactly like country pool though, the higher your executive rank, the more travel points that you will get. So if you qualified at a higher level, you will get more than an executive at a lower level. The points, again, the value will vary month to month because the country's sales vary every single month. The points work on a 12-month rolling system. And that means that the points that you earned in January 2021 will be removed from your tally if they haven't been used by January 2022. Okay, so they're always working on a 12-month system. You can view your travel points at any time in your business center. And what the travel points can be used for is they are converted to dollars. And so that it's not a flat conversion. There is a conversion rate and a formula. And they're converted to a dollar amount that can then be used towards international travel to go and see another country's royalty event. Now, obviously, travel pool was put on hold for quite a while because of COVID, because there was no travel. People weren't able to go anywhere. However, travel is slowly opening back up again as we learn to live with COVID, and more countries are getting a handle on it. And I'm sure that within the next 6 to 12 months, we will be seeing some of our travel pool qualifiers use their travel points to go over and see another country's royalty event, which will be really exciting. We really use this particular bonus to incentivize sharing and collaboration amongst all of our new image countries, because there's nothing more exciting when you meet another new image member who's from another country, who's also building their business just like you, but maybe they're in Malaysia or the Philippines or even South Africa. So that is what this bonus is for. It's to help our achievers go over, connect, and experience another country's royalty event. Now, that is it for the main part of the training. And of course, if you want to know more, if you want to make a plan, maybe you earned some royalty volume in October and you're intrigued to know, what have I got to do to make sure I'm taking home one of these bonuses in February? Well, you can always connect with your executive upline or send me an email, reach out to me personally, and we can book a private business building session where we go through a plan for you to make sure you achieve a bonus and how much you want that bonus to be. We're always here to support you with that and help you with those calculations and what you need to be looking at in terms of sponsoring, in terms of sales, to be able to take home a royalty bonus. The other thing to remember that nearly all of our bonuses, they are targeted at rewarding those who are building a network. So those who are regularly sponsoring. If you're regularly sponsoring, you're constantly working on your network, bringing in more members, then that means you're more likely to earn higher royalty volume, which means you're more likely to get a higher royalty bonus. For our members that work individually, they're just product sellers, loyal product users, but they don't work the network. They've decided not to go down sponsoring and not to grow a network business. They can absolutely still qualify for a royalty bonus, and many of them do, but the amount that they're getting usually is a little bit lower because these bonuses are really targeted at rewarding those people who are bringing in the numbers and who are building up their networks. So that's a key thing to remember as well. Now I want to open it up for any Q&A. Feel free to unmute yourself if you've got any questions. There's not a lot of us on the call tonight, so we can get into it, ask away, and I'll answer as best as I can. Ross, go for it.
Great presentation. Thanks, Emma. Listen, if you have a member who is new and is only signed up in this royalty period, so in October or November, obviously the 25% from the previous royalty period is irrelevant.
That's correct.
What happens? Is it still just the current quarter divide at 75%?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Hi, Emma. I would like to ask, so like for yourself, for your PV, so
Yes.
is that going to be always 75% because you're going to be always exist?
That's correct.
Potential bonus.
That's correct. And so that's why even if you're not a networker, if you don't sponsor a lot, if you don't have a big network and that's not how you run your business, you're just a product buyer and seller, well, you can still earn a really decent royalty bonus because 75% of your own PV counts towards royalty volume. So if you are buying a fair bit of product, you're selling a fair bit of product, and that's how you run your business, well, you're still going to take home a bonus. But it's just obviously if you have a network and you're bringing in new sponsors every month, obviously your royalty volume is going to be much higher because you're counting their PV as well.
Yep. Yeah. Also, I have another question regarding to travel point bonus. Because at the moment with the COVID happening, the company not supporting us for travel international. However, because it's nearly the ending date for the previous travel point, and I'm saving quite a few. So would the companies maybe supporting us for travel locally, like like within Australia? Otherwise, it's going to be running out of the point.
Yeah, I will need to speak to Tanya and Graham about that one. I believe, for example, our next royalty event will be in February. Okay, like I said, we've already got 10 achievers of a royalty bonus. So I know we're definitely having a royalty event in February. Yay. Now, the question is, will we be free enough at that time that we can hold a physical / virtual royalty event where, yes, we get to have a physical celebration in a location with a virtual element? Because I think all events should have a virtual element these days, because some people are maybe not well enough to travel, or a little bit cautious with COVID, with traveling interstate or cross country, things like that. So with that in mind, for example, if we did have a physical event in February, then we would discuss with Graham and Tanya, could achievers who have travel points use those travel points towards coming to that physical event, whether it be in Australia or New Zealand. Now, of course, we would usually always have the event in a spot where the most achievers are. And at this stage, Australia is bigger than New Zealand. So I would say the event would likely be in Australia.
Melbourne. It looks like a lot of members.
But so that would be an opportunity where achievers could use travel points to come to something like that. But like I said, I would almost be certain we will always have a virtual attending option for those people who are either in New Zealand or who can't travel interstate and don't feel comfortable doing that. Well, we'll say you can still attend virtually if you don't feel comfortable or are not able to come to the physical. But of course, we'd want as many people as possible to come to a physical event.
Thank you, Emma.
No worries. Any more questions?
Hi, Emma. I have some questions.
Yes.
So I'm not too sure how can I count my royal volume from the cans I'm selling. So how many cans I can achieve, like 2,000 royal volumes?
Okay, so for us to calculate exactly royalty volume off numbers of cans you're selling or off your own personal PV or your team's PV, I'd really want to have a private session with you to go through those calculations, because it can be done roughly, not exactly, but we can do a rough calculation, but we'll need to map it out for you so we can calculate it together. So if you want to contact me, send me an email or go through your executive upline and we can book that in for you to make a plan for you together.
Yes, please, because I want to achieve on the next year. No.
Absolutely. Look, we're very excited about that.
Yes,
and I know so many people are more excited because we've got so many people on AutoShip who are earning royalty volume, and I'm getting all these questions. What's royalty volume? What did I do to achieve royalty volume, and what have I got to do to get the cash? So that's what this is about. This is about, let us educate you, let us make a plan for exactly what kind of numbers you need to be looking at selling each month, how many people you need to be looking at sponsoring each month to make sure you get to take home a cash bonus. Okay?
Yes, that's right. That's what
I see a lot of new members. You see a lot of new members during the next February. Dai Zhang will be one of them.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I want it.
Very exciting. Well, we'll absolutely make a plan for you to get there. We will.
Yes,
You've got all of our support behind you. And that, I mean, because this will be our second royalty period, it's even easier now for us and for all of the diamond uplines and the emerald uplines, because we were stressing over the first royalty period, making sure we had our 10 qualifiers. Did everyone understand what they had to do? I tracked royalty volume and achievers nearly every day to make sure we met that criteria. And now we've got so many more people who are on auto ship, who are achieving royalty volume without even knowing they've achieved it. And that's what's exciting, because it means more managers will take home these cash bonuses. And as I said, we've got people that will take home bonuses, and it's just a bonus. It's an extra, you know, on top of your monthly commission, and it's uncapped. And that's the best part.
Yes, it's good things. Thank you.
No worries. Any other questions I can help answer? I've answered
Yeah.
everyone's questions. Oh, yes.
Emma,
Yes.
who's going to be the next one with the crown around their neck?
Oh, look, Pauline, who knows? Pauline, do you want to share a few words with everyone about what it was like taking home Royalty Queen?
It was very amazing, very amazing. And to be the first royalty event that we've had in goodness knows how many years, it was quite amazing. I think Tan Tan will be my next queen. I'm hoping she will be, so I'm not in the limelight so much. I'd love to see somebody else do it.
Look, I mean, like I said, the exciting thing is they do these events every 4 months, which is wonderful. I love that you don't have to wait a year to get a bonus, because a year's a really long time, but 4 months, you can see that. You can see where the end of 4 months is. And the fact that you can get a bonus within that period, like I said, whether it's a couple $100, whether it's a couple thousand, or it goes up to the tens of thousands, wouldn't it be wonderful to be able to take home that additional income every 4 months? That's what's
Absolutely
great.
wonderful. Absolutely.
Yeah.
After all the years that I've been in the business, to finally have that bonus every 4 months, it is just brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
I know
And all the
that'll
new
be a
people
big game
coming up and-
changer for you, Pauline.
Yes, it is very much so. And all the new people coming up
Mm.
get that immediately, which is great. I mean, they've got the opportunity to be able to get that royalty money, you know, every 4 months, which is fantastic. They don't have to wait 7, 8 years for it like I did, but, you know, it has just been amazing. So I'd love to see a lot more faces doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we had 27 achievers take home a bonus at our last royalty event in October. And look, I'm personally going for a goal of 50 achievers for our next royalty event in February. I think we can do it, or I think we can get pretty close to it when I'm looking at the numbers of people who have already earned 2,000 in royalty volume or more. We've got a lot of them. And like I said, that's what I want to see. I want to see more and more people taking home the money. And all you're doing is what you're already doing in your business. It's just about being aware of things like 750 PVGV, making sure you're on auto ship, making sure every new manager who joins your team, who elevates up to new manager, do they know the criteria? Do they know you need to get them on auto ship straight away? Otherwise, they could have an amazing month. Their first month as manager could have amazing sales, amazing network growth, but they weren't on auto ship. So do you know what that would mean? They wouldn't earn any royalty volume for that month. And wouldn't that be sad? And look, we've seen it happen before. It is unfortunate. So as the leader of your network, make sure you are educating every single new manager in how these bonuses work, and show them you must be on auto ship to qualify to get one of these. Otherwise, you'll miss that whole month. Okay.
I believe whoever joined the meeting tonight and then also raise their hand to ask questions will be the new face in the next royalty event because they are interested.
Yeah. Look, I'm very excited for our next royalty event because, like I said, I think we're going to have so many more achievers, lots of first-time royalty achievers, and people like Tan and Pauline can tell you, you know, the company went to great lengths to make sure they felt really special for our last royalty event. They get sashes and certificates, on-screen recognition, and the company really does highlight just how well they have performed in the 4 months to be able to take home that type of cash. So like I said, I can't wait. Hopefully early 2022, I'll be able to give an update as to what our next royalty event will look like and if it will be able to be physical or not. There's
You mean
Tan,
that?
she's popping on her sashes. That's how proud she is to be
I got it
earning
for
the sashes.
my first royalty event ever.
Yeah.
I got it for my first royalty. And don't restrict yourself. This is the one I got from Australia. This is the one I got from New Zealand. So don't, like narrow yourself down. Your member can be anywhere.
That's right. That's right. And that's the other key thing as well, is that even though Tan is an Australian member and lives in Australia, Tan has such a large network and successful executives and managers in New Zealand that Tan actually qualifies for a royalty bonus in both countries. Okay, so that's why Tan also knows she's got a network in New Zealand performing really well. She's got a network in Australia performing really well. So she gets to take home an extra bonus. And all of you can do that as well. So I hope you have enjoyed tonight's training. If you do have any more questions, or like I said, if you want to have that private coaching session so we can map out a plan for you and how much bonus you'll be taking home, just get in contact with me. I can't wait till our next royalty event. So thank you all for joining and have a great night, everyone.
Can
Thank
I
you.
ask?
Thank you,
Emma.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
See you at the next
Bye-bye.
royalty event.
Thanks, Emma.
Bye.
See you, Emma.
Bye.
I no idea what that one. No, really, it's not good. It's really not good.
Hả?